আচ্ছা, থ্যাঙ্কস গিভিং ভিডিও এটা কখনো চায় না যে আমরা থ্যাঙ্কস গিভিং ভিডিও এটা কখনের ভিডিও এবং লাস্ট Good afternoon. Welcome to our Institute of Global Professional Free Webinar. Thank you all for joining and stay with us till the end. My lovely audience, today I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Batinda. I am from Bangladesh. Dear audience, I am proud to be a associate with IGP as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host the webinar successfully. It's my delight to welcome you all to our Institute of Global Professional Free Webinar. Thank you all for joining us today in this marvelous afternoon, and it's my humble request and pleasure to stay with us till the end. Institute of Global Professionals serves student community resource providing holistic social work and education for create a cooperative generation. IGP is a leading on online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. Institute of Global Professionals is an educational institute provides social work with globally recognized. We organized our webinar training offline online courses by based and trained speaker coaches from all over the world. Our mission is to empower people. We have already completed 1,106 webinars successfully. Dear participant, let's welcome our speaker, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, hello, Badhan. Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. First, tell us something about yourself, and then you can start your presentation, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Good evening. My special thanks for you all over the world. It's my greatest happiness to meet you again on this great website with IGP team. Many thanks for all the team, the whole team, in fact, because he gave me or for giving me the chance to meet you today. Many thanks for the participants who will share us today with our new lecture about Quality Management Plus. I'm Dr. Sami. I'm an executive manager in the Ministry of Education and Higher Education in Gaza, Palestine. Nice to meet you today. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Now you can start your presentation.
Okay, inshallah. Um, something slides. Just 1 minute. Okay, our lecture today is about quality management plus, and it is maybe a new or an old concept that you hear about it. You hear always, we hear about a total quality management, and there are many studies about it. Most of the scientists and writers write about it. But today we are going to talk about another concept. When I say postgraduate studies represent the practical means based on scientific foundations for the development of the personality capable of confronting society's problems and solving the using knowledge bases. Okay. Something wrong with the Okay. Sorry, the internet, there is a problem in the internet, in fact. I'm sorry, and I hope that it will not be again. And the nation's progress or delay depends on the uh, elements or the efforts which postgraduate studies employed as a technical uh, experience and contemplation as a basis for technological innovation and intellectual creativity, raising the efficiency of postgraduate studies in order to take its important role in the progress of society and the realization of development plans requires improving the performance of all equality elements that make up the applied system of postgraduate studies and increasing the interdependence and interaction between these elements. Based on that, new concepts have emerged in the field of education in general. In the field of higher education, in particular, such as the concept of performance, sufficiency, and quality, all of which aim at quantitative and qualitative control of the outputs in this subsequence. In fact, there are no studies that dealt with the concept and the concept of the uh, quality management plus. There are rarely, the scientists are rarely use this concept and its importance as it deals with the parties of the entire educational and societal system and achieves the required development in postgraduate studies, its programs and systems, and in society as a whole. And what we aspire to be in the future is in the light of an ideal vision. As for traditional total equality management, it focuses on the quality of performance in the institution itself, including managers, employees, and the students. Does not reflect this as a whole. Um, if you want to talk about the definitions of the quality management as general, James Riley defined it as a shift in the way the university runs, which includes focusing its energies on countries on continuous improvements for all operations and functions, and above all the different stages of work, as equality is nothing more than fulfilling the needs of students and workers or the stakeholders in general. Um, Helga Dramat given another definition, and Joseph also defined it as a collaborative form that relies on business performance through the common capabilities of all postgraduate workers, with the aim of improving quality and increasing productivity on an ongoing basis. By reviewing the previous concepts of total equality management, we find that they agreed on a commitment to apply the principles of total equality to satisfy stakeholders, and the application of total equality in the organization leads to continuous improvements. Satisfying the students and employees is the primary goal of total quality management. The need to work through the team all at all levels to achieve the principles of quality. Quality management plus concept about this is a new, in fact, it is a new concept on the field, but scientists rarely use it, in fact. And Quality Management Plus is a relatively new concept as the idea is attributed to Roger Kaufman and Douglas Zahn, who emphasized the benefit of the concept of traditional quality with the need to consider the needs of society first. Then here is the main difference between the total equality management and the quality management plus. Here we focus upon the necessities of the or the needs of society first, then the needs of educational institutions, and the students in the last. They defined it as the endeavor to satisfy and meet the needs of society, then the educational institutions, then the students with the best services and in the way that exceed their expectations. Um, Here, if we look about on this diagram, we are going to say that, or to know the principles of quality management. And there are arrows to these principles in brief. First of all, factual approach to decision making, continual improvement, process approach, customer focus. As we said, the customer is our focus is on the customer, leadership driven, involvement of people. All the people must work and do their best to improve the needs or the works at the institution. Then system approach to management, then mutually beneficial supplies relationship. These are, in brief, the quality management principles. The most important justifications for applying the Quality Management Plus in postgraduate studies are the following. First of all, updating graduate studies systems in line with the nature of global changes, the knowledge explosion, technological progress, and the knowledge economy. Number two, providing an academic, psychological, and social environment that stimulate creativity, nationality, and globally. In light of the poor efficiency of the preparation systems used in the development of faculty members. And number three, reliance on giving priority to people of confidence over people of competence and experience and the postgraduate and graduate systems. Mm, Then, in the next slide, we're going to know. Will you please help me, Badhan? The show is with you. Badhan, if you please. Mm. Badhan, I want the next to move the next slide, please. Will you please help me? Slide is with you.
Ma'am, do you
And
face any kind of
please,
problem here?
it doesn't go, it doesn't work. The present, yes, okay. Will you please stay with me? Something is wrong, yes, here. I want to, yes, preparing qualified human resources
Your
that meet the needs.
slide is moving, ma'am, from here.
It's okay. It's not, doesn't work with me, in fact. Preparing qualified human resources that meet the needs of the society in the light of the lack of harmony between the outputs of the graduate studies programs and the needs of the society and the requirements of the sustainable development. The scarcity of postgraduate programs benefiting from international accreditation centers and total equality institutions for accreditation systems. Um, Special standards to ensure the quality management plus. There are some criteria or standards that should be found when we want to apply quality management plus. The institution defines its philosophy and objectives to be appropriate for a higher education institution. This is number one. And then the university should arrange its material and human potentials so as to achieve its goals and its ability to prove its existence through its high quality practices and work. And among these criteria, first of all, there should be many criteria or standards, such as the first of all is the mission of the universities according to the developed quality management or quality management plus. The ideal vision, number two, the ideal vision according to the quality management plus. Then, first of all, we should have a mission for our institution. Number two, we should have an ideal vision according to the quality management plus. Then the objectives according to the quality management plus. It should be specific and clear, starting from the needs of the community first, mega, then the educational institutions needs, macro, and then the students needs, which we call it micro. Okay, then first of all, here you will notice that there is a great combination between the strategic the planning and the total equality management or the equality management plus, because we should have a mission, we should have an ideal vision, then the objectives according to the quality management plus, it should be specific and clear, as we said, and starting from the needs of the community as a whole, then the educational students or the such as the university or the school, then the students need. Focusing on what we want the postgraduate to be like now and in the future. Then educational institutions are no longer required for competitiveness only, but rather for social welfare in the future. Then we are going just to compete with other institutions or universities, but we should look for or we should seek for social welfare in the future. The success of the objectives uh, then let us go to the next slide, which talks about values according to the quality management plus. We talked about the mission, the vision, the ideal vision, then the objectives, and then the values. This is very important, in fact, in order to gain support and respect of the local and global community. Universities must adopt many values that they consider the basis for their sustainability according to the developed quality management. And among these values, cooperation, some of these values are, or the most important values are cooperation and teamwork, equal opportunities, creativity, dynamism, participation, loyalty and belonging, transparency, integrity, honesty, and equality. These are the most important values which the university or the institution should uh, carry out or should be believe in to convey its mission and vision to the community as a whole. If we want to look about the benefits of a quality management system, why do we use quality management systems, or why do we use uh, quality management plus? We use it because it has many advantages, like such as better process control, process improvement, improved product or service quality, increased productivity, increased legal certainty, simplified traceability and of processes, easier initiation employees, reduced costs, increased customer satisfaction, secured corporate knowledge, how to use this knowledge to do well, support for strategy, strengthen, and competitiveness. These are the internal advantages, in fact, of the quality management systems which we use to make our institution better than any other else. Now, we talked about benefits of using total equality management or quality management plus, and these are the requirements for the development of postgraduate studies systems in universities according to the quality management plus standards. There are many, in fact, there are many requirements, but we choose some of them. Like the first one is academic requirements. Postgraduate studies keep abreast of the current and future rapid scientific and technological developments. As you know, we are now in a rapid scientific and technological developments, and so we should strive to be leaders of these developments. Developing capabilities of faculty members through continuous training and sending them abroad to study. It's very important to send the members of the faculties or the universities or the institutions to go abroad, for example, or locally to be trained to take the experience of other people to develop themselves or the capability of the faculty as a whole. Motivating faculty members to continue preparing research that serves the community and solves its problems. This is very important, in fact, because when we make lots of papers in scientific research, we should solve the problems of the society. And so we should motivate the faculty members to continue preparing these researches to serve the community and solve its problems, and not to suffice with research for the sake of promotion. In fact, most of our lecturers or professors in the universities seek just for promotion. And so they do some researches, and after they got or they get the promotion, they stop working in researches or they stop making researches or doing researches. So we should motivate them to work hard to solve the problems of the society through their researches. Developing new programs that serve the labor market and community development. There should be new programs which serve the labor market. This is very important, in fact, and to put many programs which serve the labor market and give the chances for the people or the graduates or postgraduates to work. Then providing scientific references, books, and periodicals necessary for scientific research. Our libraries should have many references, books, and periodicals necessary for scientific research. The use of leading expertise and successful global experiences in preparation, of teaching courses and academic development. There should be use of leading expertise and successful global experiences. We should get the benefit from these experiences to develop ourselves and our institutions. Another kind of requirements is the developmental requirements through developing quantitative or qualitative programs for postgraduate studies and focus on overall sustainability, then establishing specialized centers for scientific research, preparing a research map that meets the developmental needs of the community and contributes to solving its problems, taking into account the integration and comprehensiveness of research. This is very important to do that or to have many scientific research to motivate the researchers to work and to save for them or to provide them with the books they need, with the references, with the websites they need. After that, focusing on inter studies according to the requirements of the times, introducing a new disciplines that keep pace with global developments and serve the I talked here about the Palestinian community at the same time. As a Palestinian, I call or I ask my or the professors and our universities uh, to keep pace with the global developments and serve our community and for the others to serve their communities. Then developing legislation that encourages scientific research and coordination between the public sector and the private sector. This is very important to help or to let them help the postgraduate sector to make or to do the researches to give the benefits and solve the society's problems and universities while protecting the intellectual property of researchers. Re-evaluation of postgraduate programs in the light of developed comprehensive quality management standards. We should make an evaluation or re-evaluation of postgraduate programs. There are so many programs which the market labor doesn't need or don't need, and so doesn't need. In fact, I'm sorry, and so we need to reevaluate the postgraduate programs in the light of developed comprehensive quality management standards. According to the standards, we are going to develop the programs. Developing content in line with the developed quality management. We have to develop the content to change the programs according to the market labor. Checking the selection of postgraduate students and using various evaluation tools to measure students' skills and intellectual abilities. So we should have, we must use many tools to measure the students' skills and intellectual abilities, and not just consider the exams or the tests in evaluating them. Another requirements is the technological requirements through using of modern technological techniques in teaching, employing the internet for scientific research, and training faculty members to use the internet. This is very important. In fact, most of the professors in the Arab, especially in the Arab universities, we know that, or some of them, let me say, that they couldn't use the internet very well, and so we are going to increase their abilities for using technological techniques in teaching and train them how to use the internet or the websites, and to train them to use the internet, as I said, then enhancing communication with Arab and international information and research centers. This is very important, in fact, to make an exchange between the centers of Arabs and the centers of the foreigners or international to exchange the information and the knowledge with each other. The link between universities and information technology through information systems similar to the existing systems in companies. And this means the transformation of the university from an owner of technology to a provider of technology. This is very important, to be a provider of technology, developing an information system to gather facts and use quantitative methods in decision making and support. This is very important, in fact. Then the next requirements are the financing requirements, providing the necessary financial support to follow up on the implementation of existing and new programs, seeking community partnership to ensure the contribution of the local community and providing the necessary support for it. This is very important to work with the private sector, with the businessmen who has a capital, more capitals or a lot of money, to use them to support the universities or the centers to make their researches while providing supportive programs such as adult education and continuing education services. This is very important, in fact. Then providing external support through loans and grants from friendly countries. This is very important, and in fact, and we depend on these loans and grants from friendly countries, in fact, and unconditional foreign aid. Introducing the idea of technological incubator. This is very important, in fact, and in fact, in Gaza, in the Islamic University, we have a technological incubator, and also in many universities, there are technological incubators um, whose mission is to activate the distinguished research results and try to market them to provide the necessary financial support for the advancement of postgraduate studies. There are some suggested, I suggest another or other requirements which can also be added to ensure the continued success of the proposed alternative and the ability to keep pace with the changes of effectively and flexibly. Designing national standards for graduate studies systems and following up their applications in universities, then spreading the culture of quality developed in the community of university institutions. This is very important to spread the culture of equality developed or of quality management plus. In fact, we call this is the main concept of it. Spreading the culture of it in the community of university institutions and for the members, for the students, there should be a clear mission and vision to know what is the institution is going for or is seeking for. Building the institutional capacity of faculty members in universities to ensure the development and equality of graduate studies systems, then establishing an internal quality system at the level of each college in the university. Seeking to provide alternative sources of financial support for postgraduate studies. And this is very important. As we said, we should encourage the private sector, the businessmen, to support the universities for in their centers or in their scientific centers, and the university to encourage community participation also, and business sector, as I said, to contribute to providing the necessary capabilities to achieve equality in accordance with its standards, applying the value-added research results and benefiting from them in developing institutional performance and its equality. Um, and also, if we come back to Roger Kaufman, who proposes 9 elements in guide the quality management plus team in applying concepts and tools to obtain the required equality. Roger Kaufman is the leader of Quality Management Plus, and so he suggested some or 9 elements, in fact, to guide the Quality Management Plus team in applying concepts and tools to obtain the required quality. First of all, decision making. This is very important. Commitment to quality, choosing the level of quality, defining the ideal evaluating needs, specializing to meet needs, identifying and choosing ways, uh, then quality plus quality plus economics for the development of graduate studies systems. This is very important. In fact, if we want to talk about the economics for the development of graduates or postgraduate studies system. Achieving the mission and objectives of the graduate studies systems depends on the developed quality or the total or the management quality management plus at the level of all operational entities, access with the framework of standards that achieve customer benefits, then the institution, then the student, where the customer's satisfaction depends on achieving the expected value that is provided to them, which is greater at least equal to the perceived or actual value. So the value provided to the customer is the net of what he gets, the value he obtains, tangible or immaterial, minus the cost of what paid in tangible or intangible form, and the value provided is the output of the value chain. Um, Reliability is which I mean in it, obtaining a suitable job opportunity is a basic benefit. Ease of obtaining the service technically, knowledge acquisition, ease of obtaining the service financially, good team teamness or sympathy, psychological and material comfort, and satisfaction of needs, accuracy and integrity of management procedures when providing educational and support services. Marketing, here we are going to talk about marketing of quality management plus. Marketing is considered as the uh, pivotal activity that achieves compatibility between achieving customer benefits and controlling and mastering the exploitation of services that achieve those benefits. As all entities work in an integrated and independent manner to invest the available resources to achieve the required goals through reliance on marketing the quality management uh, roadmap. We can get these benefits by good marketing for our standards, for our values, for our mission and vision. Consistent pricing of educational services with the level of educational services provided to students and their financial capabilities compared to the corresponding educational institutions, then the ability to plan financially within the framework of the strategic plan for the development of financial resources. Here, as I said, there is a good relationship between the strategic planning and the strategic plan with quality management plus. We should plan very well to get financial resources. Continual financial control and taking appropriate decisions to treat financial problems and benefiting from the concepts of quality management plus in the development of postgraduate studies in order for postgraduate studies to benefit from the development or from quality management plus. Then it's very important to spread awareness of the concept of the quality management plus at all levels of the community, administrative and academic. As I said before, there should be or there we should spread awareness of the concept of the total or the quality management plus in the for the community, administrative and academic, the presence of clear and specific goals, as we said before, in the preparation of which everyone who works in the institution, including students also, and members of the community, to participate and is based on a short and long term future orientation. Adopting a philosophy based on preventing mistakes and correcting path of any commitment of transparency. It's very important to adopt a philosophy based on preventing any mistake. We say quality, and when we say quality, we should adopt a philosophy based on preventing any mistake in our work. Then commitment and transparency. This is very important. Objectively and integrity in all fields. There are some or many challenges that call for the development of postgraduate study systems and introduction of quality management plus concepts. First of all, the successive scientific developments in the fields and the need to from teaching to learning, all of this led to the need to adopt the principle of equality. But there are many obstacles in this field, in fact. Mhm. Um, um, Miss Adhan, Miss Badhan, will you please help me? There is something wrong with the presentation. Miss Badhan, please. Oh, yes, Ms. Badhan. Will you please? Uh,
Yes, ma'am, I change your slide from here.
yes, yes, thank you. Finding, mm, there is, finding the necessary mechanism to deal with the challenges before they occur and dealing with complex information systems. Interest in interdisciplinary and the imposition of the information revolution, develop teamwork skills and collective research, interest looking forward to the future and the sciences of future studies. Will you please remove this escape? Okay. Miss Badhan,
Ma'am, is it all right with your
there is
slide?
there is a screen here. I want to remove it. In fact, it doesn't remove, doesn't work. Will you please remove it from your side?
Okay, ma'am, no issues. I am moved. Changing slide from here. Just you tell me the next slide. I will change from here.
Okay, thank you. There are some obstacles which face us in applying the quality management plus, such as strategic obstacles, the deviation of the goals from satisfaction and satisfaction of stakeholders, the community, the institution, and the student. Then prevalence of immoral values in the institution. Number three, weak leadership qualities in marketing critical decisions, lack of planning in the institution. These are some strategic obstacles which face us when applying quality management. Obstacles to linking the institution with the environmental or environment is noted that there are elements of the organization's interaction with the environment. And if there is a deficiency in the work of one of these elements, then the achievement of the goals is negatively affected and requested. These elements are teaching external influences methods. This is number one. The next is materials, raw materials, and facilities necessary for the performance of educational processes and scientific research standards that are taken into account in the application of quality standards. These are some of the obstacles which we face. Then there are some social obstacles such as social pressure, the presence of external groups. Two kinds of social obstacles. Number one is the presence of external groups and individuals' behaviors and expectations that are inconsistent with the quality management plus requirements. Barriers to communication. This is another obstacle, internal communication barriers, weak management communication with employees. We should know that there are many weaknesses, in fact, in communication with the employees in some of the universities all over the world, in fact. And this is an obstacle to achieve what we look for or what we seek. Uh, The next, when we talk about cultural obstacles, non-participation of all beneficiary parties in planning, follow-up, and evaluation. This is a very big, in fact, a very big obstacle. And so we said previously that we should spread or awareness, there should be an awareness for all the community, for the for the students, for the lecturers, for the college, for the those who work in the university and in the local society to know something about or to know everything about the quality management plus. And so if there is a non-participation of all beneficial parties in planning, follow-up, and evaluation, there will be a weakness in, and it would be a great cultural obstacle, in fact. Weakness of the organization's information system and the difficulty of transferring and exchanging information to the decision maker in a timely manner. This is a weakness of organization information system. There is a weakness in the system of the information or the knowledge system, in fact, inside some colleges or some universities. And so it will be a cultural obstacle to apply the quality management plus. Follow practices and policies that do not comply with the developed quality entrance, to follow practices and policies that are not equal with the developed quality entrance, and so there will be a cultural obstacle. Failure to provide information on the achievements made. This is very important to spread the achievement which the institution or the faculty makes. And so there will be a failure if they failed to provide information to the achieve or in the achievements made. Instability in goals and focus on short-time goals. If we focus on just short-time or term goals, there will not be, or it will be a cultural obstacle, and it will not be a success for our total or our quality management plus. Then evaluation of institutional performance at intervals and management using numbers and scenes only. They just use numbers and they do not work as they should do or work. That's all for my lecture today. Thank you for listening. I'm ready for your questions, and I hope that I didn't make you some boring, sometimes maybe boring. Sometimes sorry for the net for there was some cuts in the net. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the video. Hope to see you, inshallah, next lecture on February, inshallah. Goodbye for now. And I'm waiting for your questions, in fact. There will be a quiz, I think. Thank you, Ms. Madhan.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Ma'am, it's time for our quiz session. After quiz session, we will go for our question answer session. So you have to wait for a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Dear participant, to join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2. And the code is IGP2. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. Let's mention your friends to join our quiz session. Ten के पाओ वो दिन पर नासिरुद्दीन के पाओ Dear participant, to join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2 and the code is IGP. We will pick your name from Slido, so join with your full name, which will directly print out certificate. Top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificate. Already 23 people joined with us. We will start our quiz session after 1 minute. Dear participant, to join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is IGP2 and the code is IGP2. We will pick your name from Slido, so join with your full name, which will directly print a certificate. Top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificate. Okay, let's start our quiz session. Quality management ensure operators are competent to perform testing. Ongoing assessment of performance is required. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 1 true is the right answer and 93% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Charlene is holding the first position after completing our first question. Our second question is, in inspecting products at various points in produce process is what type of quality management? Option 1, quality control. Option 2, quality assurance. Option 1, quality control is the right answer and 55% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jelenian is holding the first position after completing our second question. Our third question is, what does the consistency approach of management embrace? Option 1, the need for managers to be react and respond to change. Option 2, flexibility, adaptation of management practice to suit changes. Option 2, flexibility, adaptation of management practice to suit change is the right answer and 69% people are right here. The leaderboard, CUNY is holding the first position after completing our third question. Our fourth question is, to whom does the pictures as quality manual apply to? Option 1, to all pictures employees. Option 2, to no one. It is simply not needed. Option 1, to all pictures employees is the right answer and 68% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Joel is holding the first position after completing the fourth question. Our fifth question is, what is not an example of wood management? Option 1, therapy exercise. Option 2, scar control. Option 1, therapeutic exercise. Option 2, scar control. Option 1, therapeutic exercise is the right answer and 71% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Joel is holding the first position after completing the fifth question. Our sixth question is, what is an example of quality assurance? Option 1, Chipola's promise to serve high quality food. Option 2, Verizon displaying their competition on a visible map. Option 1, Triple S promise to serve high quality food is the right answer and 71% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Mika is holding the first position after completing our sixth question. Our seventh question is, which is not a factory of quality control? Option 1, control chatting. Option 2, shutting production for expert appraisal. Option 2, shutting production for expert appraisal is the right answer and 86% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Alex is holding the first position after completing our seventh question. Our eighth question is, what is the main goal of revenue management? Option 1, to bring in more revenue. Option 2, to maximize occupancy. Option 1, to bring in more revenue is the right answer and 64% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Charlie is holding the first position after completing our eighth question. Our ninth question is, total error is a random error plus a constant error. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 2 false is the right answer and 29% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Charlene is holding the first position after completing our ninth question. Our last and final question of this session is, when do quality control checks take place? Option 1, at the end of the manufacturing. Option 2, identified stage plus the end of manufacture. Option 2, identify stage plus the end of manufacture is the right answer and 88% people are right here. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. We have all of your name which you entered joining. We will pick your name and print certificate and will post them into our Facebook official page and group. Our official Facebook page is Institute of Global Professional. Dear participant, after a short video, we will start our question answer session. To let's enjoy our question answer session. উম, এগুলো তো সব চেঞ্জ করছে এখন। মানে মাঝখানে চেঞ্জ করছিল না, আমি শিওর না বাজে, আমি শিওর না।
لا لا.
Welcome back, ma'am.
Yes, I'm ready.
Welcome back again to our participants. We are participating your question in the comment box. Our speaker ma'am is here to reply them. Okay, ma'am. Our first question is from Flummy. Good afternoon, everyone. Good day, ma'am. What is the focus of
Okay, I got the question. When I talk about sustainability, I talk about, in fact, I don't want to say what does it mean, but quality management plus helps us to be in a sustainable society. When we look for or seek for the welfare of the society, then we will make a sustainable society. So the focus of sustainability is to apply the quality management plus. If we apply it in a good way, if we look for the society, the needs of the society as a whole, then the needs of the institution, then the needs of the student or the student, let's say, then we will make a sustainable society. That's to say, we apply the quality management plus, and so we could feel with welfare and relief, and so it will be a sustainable way to live. So the focus is to apply the quality management plus or the total quality management. But the difference, as I said before or previously, is that when you apply the quality management plus, you will focus on the society, the needs of it, then the needs of the institution, then the needs of the student. So you look for the society as a whole. So it will be a sustainable society, inshallah. That's it. Thank you. Okay. I don't hear you. In fact, do you hear me? Do you hear me? I don't hear you, but do you hear me? The basic, do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear
Okay,
you.
okay,
The
go ahead.
question is what?
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Then,
The
this is a good
question is,
question
good
also.
day, ma'am. What are
Yes.
the basic activities of quality management?
Okay, when I talk about the quality management, I said that there should be a strategic planning first of all.
Mm,
We should make or we should have a mission, a clear mission. Then we should have an ideal vision for what are we going to go, what are we going to do for the future in the future, and it should be the vision should be clear and obvious for all the employees and participants at the local society. Then we should have objectives, clear objectives, and we should look for long-term objectives, not short-term objectives. If we did that, there will be some plans or executive plans or execution plans to apply to reach the quality management or the quality management plus. These are the main activities. Then we're going to evaluate each time. We're going to evaluate our work. If we're going on the with many tools, of course, and many measurements to know if we are going on the right road or not. We should evaluate ourselves every time and then to make the corrections for our roads or for our map. There should be some notices or indicators, in fact, to be put previously to know if we are going right or not. These are the basic activities of quality management. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your answer.
Mhm.
Ma'am, I think there is no from our participant. So on behalf of IGP, thank you so much, ma'am. It has
Okay,
very
thank you.
wonderful session. I hope everyone learned from your presentation.
Inshallah. Thank you very much. Thanks for all my participants today. And congrats for those toppers in the quiz. Thank you, Miss Badhan. Um, am I right? Badhan, yes. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you today. And good, good morning, good afternoon, good evening for all in the all over the world. Thank you very much. Seeing you, inshallah, in February, inshallah, on the middle of
You are
February.
most welcome,
And the
ma'am.
next,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you. Shall I leave now? Miss Badhan, shall I leave?
Dear participant, from 1st January 2023, we are going to change all of our sessions layout. First, we will go for speaker speech and speaker's presentation, then question answer session, then we will go for webinar certification process, then quiz and the last we are going to announce the online quiz competition process. Thank you all. Now it's time to give you your webinar code. Our today's webinar topic is Quality Management Plus and the code is IGP3421. The code is IGP3421. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. Now I'm going to telling you how to claim your certificate. First, you have to go www.eduigp.com. Then you have to click on sign in if you are new, or if you have any account, you have to go for login. After login, you have to click on free webinar, select the webinar title and click continue course, get enrolled. If you are not enrolled yet, first you have to complete your enroll section. Then you have to type in the code, your certificate code box. Click got your certificate. It is auto downloaded in PDF or file already. Just check your file manager or download folder. Dear participants, thank you so much for your active participation. I hope everyone learned from our webinar. See you again in our next session. Till that, stay happy. Once again, I am Badhan Das from Bangladesh.